Well, hello there. Here we have another cigar box guitar. This one was made recently. I'll take you through it from head to toe. Up here, you've got three very generic looking tuners in chrome. Up the neck, we have some pearloid inlays, flame maple fretboard rather, and then the back of the neck is made of what I guess is two pieces of mahogany and a single piece of maple. The body is a cigar box, as the name dictates. And the hardware we have here is a chrome mini humbucker, two potentiometers, volume and tone. No caps on yet, but I imagine the design would be chrome knobs. Here we have the bridge in chrome again, adjustable bridge. And then there's a single strap on the bottom and our output jack. It's a very simple design. A few things that I'd say about this one. Here we have, it's quite a standard way to do it on cigar box guitars, but this angle here, I prefer that angle to be straight. So if it were my guitar, I'd be thinking about wiring this up opposite, which means that this one would turn in the opposite direction from this one. But you get that straight string pull, which is nice for tuning stability. My guess is, from the feel and look of this, is that this is bone. And then going up the neck, the fretwork is okay. It's a little bit sharp in the corners. I would personally want to roll the edges of this fretboard so it's more comfortable to play, and take the sharp corners off the frets with a safe fret end file. And what else to say? The third fret here is starting to sort of pick up on one side, and it would be really nice if that were taken out and then its straightness bent back into it, and then it was glued back in, because it really does cause buzzing when fretting the first and second frets and playing with any sort of volume. Whereas the rest of the fretwork on this appears to be just fine, very minimal buzzing. Sometimes with cigar box guitars, you're typically playing blues. It kind of adds to the character sometimes to have a bit of buzzing going on. The other thing I will say is this bridge, although it looks fully adjustable, is mounted a little bit too far down the body, or perhaps the neck is a little bit too long, because I could not get this perfectly intonated. The saddles would not go far enough. So either we need longer screws to be able to get these saddles further up over the plate, or just to remove the bridge, fill in the holes, and then move it this way by maybe half a centimeter, 5 mils or so, maybe a little bit more, just so that our intonation is better. Currently, when fretting any note on the fretboard, it's a little bit flat, even with all this movement forward. If we could get a bit further forward, we'd probably get much better tuning, much better intonation across the board on this. So far, the tuning pegs seem to hold. The tuning seems pretty stable. These strings have been stretched and tuned, and then intonated, as I say again, as far as I can get. But they are completely at their limit. They will not extend any further. So that's an issue to be aware of. The volume and tone pots work beautifully. The volume turns it up and down. The tone pot rolls off the treble. No hissing, crackling, scratching. Sounds brand new. So yeah, that's this cigar box guitar. The other thing I'll say is that the flame maple isn't really done justice, because I don't think it has a finish on it. And it would look an awful lot better if there was maybe a clear high gloss lacquer, or maybe a semi-gloss, or even a aged lacquer, which would better complement, I think, the mahogany on the headstock and the color of the plywood on the body. That would be nice to see some lacquer on there, because I think over time, because it's light wood, it'll pick up the dirt from hands and kind of go dark in the areas that it's been played. I think that it might be the figuring of the wood, but I think that's already starting to happen. So that's what I'd say. roll the edges of this, fix the fret, and then lacquer the whole fretboard. And what I said for the bridge, you don't necessarily need to move the bridge up if you can move the neck down. So I'm not going to open this one up today, but it would be interesting to find out how the neck is sort of made here, whether it'd be possible to shave sort of, 5 mils off this without losing the last fret. Risky, or perhaps just shaving it off the neck and going underneath the fret to allow the fretboard to peer slightly onto. So to explain that a little bit better, I would like to shave away about 5 millimeters of mahogany here, of the neck. So have that removed, but keep the fretboard and not take any off that, and allow the fretboard to hover over the body of the guitar. That's what I would try. So that's enough talking. Let's plug it in and see how it sounds.